Yo, just real quick, I was about to jump into my gaming channel and do some gaming, but I wanted to talk to you guys just for a second, right? Today, let me start off by saying this. A lot of us saw the documentation. Today we did a long live stream here on the channel, and we were talking about the K-Bar knife and Brian ProBurger and all of this, right? Now, on this channel, I have always welcomed all positions. If you're a guilter, you're welcome here. If you're not a guilter, if you're one of us that believe you're innocent until proven guilty, you're welcome here. But one thing that I've learned throughout reading these documents and presenting to my audience, that this looks bad for ProBurger when we're talking about a K-Bar knife that he ordered, that he bought. I showed you definitively that he bought it. It's, a K-Bar knife, maybe not the K-Bar knife, we don't know. Was delivered to him, and then that he searched for it afterwards. And by the way, to you guys that are like, well, November 1st it said, no, it didn't. Those are police parameters. That means the police, the detectives, were looking from January 1st to December 6th, whatever the fuck it was, right? You guys need to learn how to read court documents. But of course, you guys all think you do because you watch court TV rather than actually ever being involved with court documents. But let me say some things, okay? I want to say this. Regardless of what aisle you are on, none of you motherfuckers know anybody involved in this case. If you are emotionally tied to your position when it comes to the Idaho 4, or any individual case that you're not party to, if you are emotionally tied to Brian ProBurger being innocent or Brian ProBurger being guilty, so much so that you're not willing to analyze different pieces of evidence that may come out, whether it's in favor of ProBurger or against ProBurger, then that means you're mentally stunted. There's something wrong with you. That's number one. Number two, there have been thousands of murders since November of 2022. Are any of you emotionally tied to those cases? So much so that you hate the other side? Because that's what I see when it comes to these cases. Guilters hate the people that believe in innocent until proven guilty. Innocent until proven guilty hate the guilters. My question to you is why? This is one big giant game of Clue for a case that's not even that significant in the grand scheme of things. Now, I'm not saying the four individuals are not important. Of course they are. Every human, except for liberals, are important in this country, in this world. Liberals, not so much. But my point that I'm making is, in a case where you don't know any of these people, why are you so emotionally tied that the mere mention of the other side of the fence, the other position, you people go into rages? There are people that have literally ridden my dick on this channel for months and sometimes years. That literally just me reading the documents about the K-Bar knife, just me saying this looks bad for ProBurger and it makes him look guilty, they go into a rage. How can you be, this isn't politics, this isn't religion. How can you be so intertwined into this case that people that don't have the same theory and or opinion as you in this case, you are ragefully angry and hateful towards that other side, no matter which side of the fence you're on? I want you to understand this. If you're one of those people that hate the guilters or hate the innocent, as you guys call them, ProBurgers or ProBurgers, if you genuinely hate the other side, then I sincerely mean this from the bottom of my heart. You need to get outside. You need to touch grass. You need to have sex with someone. You need to spend time with your families. You need to watch a movie. You need to go do some hiking. You need to go take a swim. You need to go take a shit. You need to do anything and everything other than sit and watch true crime. Because if you take these cases that you don't know anything about, that you're not part of, so personally that you will sit on the internet and watch hours and hours and hours of commentary about it and then get hateful and hate the other side of the position, then you need to really realize that is a personal defect of your own. I am an innocent until proven guilty guy. Do I hate the people that say BK is guilty? No, shit, you're welcome here. Why would I hate them? This is a giant game of Clue, and I want you to picture this. If you were sitting here with someone playing Clue, and somebody said, I think, what's his name, did it with this weapon in the study, would you be like, you're a dumb motherfucker, I hate you? Would you do that? No, because you're probably a normal person. Why would you do it in this type of situation? Unless you have like an emotional tie. Like if you're Steve Gonsalves, or you're a family member, or you know these people, I would understand you having that kind of emotional attachment. I'm saying this because I genuinely think a lot of you are mentally ill. I think a lot of you are basically retarded, if you want to know the truth. Because that's the only possible explanation for people that consider this that big of a deal in their regular life, where simple disagreements on it, they get rage-filled. I don't give two fucks about this case. All I do to you is try to report the news to you, and then maybe give you my take on it. I have said for months and months and months, I don't know if he did it or not, but if I was a juror, I wouldn't send him to the death penalty because they haven't proven it to me yet. Now, the minute you see something that gets my attention to where it makes me side-eye ProBurger, all of a sudden you hate me and I ain't shit. Now, I don't mind if you do it to me because I don't respect none of you people nor care what your opinion is about me. If you're not paying me, I don't care what you think. I only care about what the people that pay me to do my job thinks. However, I do think there's a certain couth, a certain decorum that we should have in regards to a lot of this shit. It makes no sense to be seriously angry towards a person for having a different opinion than yours. I'm not telling you this for me. I think me and Harsh have a different opinion on this right now. And I don't look at Harsh and say, yo, you motherfucker. Who cares? Pavarotti's got a different opinion than me. I don't look at him and say, you motherfucker. I don't care. I think they're more than welcome to come up with their own theories, push it out here. And as long as I don't see someone deliberately lying, I don't care what their opinion is. A lot of you guys in the audience, you do deliberately lie. Someone accused me of doctoring the photo of Brian ProBurger in his bathroom. Now, why would I do that? I have sat here on this platform defending Brian ProBurger for 2+ years. Why in the fuck? What would I benefit? And then I've heard some of you say, they must have paid you off. Who in their right mind would pay off YouTubers for an insignificant case like this? Who? What would be the purpose? This isn't a giant conspiracy. This isn't a major false flag Gulf of Tonkin event. Nobody really gives a fuck about this case. You do because you're mentally ill and wrapped all around it. But your average person doesn't even know about this case or care about the case. So you believe it's such a major conspiracy that they've somehow paid me to change my mind, which, by the way, I haven't even done. My position is still the same, innocent until proven guilty. Do I think that he might be guilty? Yeah, now I'm like, but here's the thing. I still don't know if there's enough evidence to convict him. Do I think he did it? Maybe. Maybe. The whole K-bar thing, yeah. But at the end of the day, I don't give a shit if he walks or not. Not enough to fucking doctor photos and shit like that. That's gay as shit. For you to believe that I care that much about this case, bro, I could shut this channel down tomorrow and still, my tip jar will still be the same. It doesn't make a damn. This isn't my. I run several channels. For you guys know, I've went months without posting on this channel before, and it ain't nothing for me to do it again. But ultimately, I just wanted to come out here and say that I think that some of you just need to fucking chill. Not for my good, but for your own good. If you're that mentally wrapped up in this case, you may need to take a walk. Because you don't know these motherfuckers. You don't know these motherfuckers. And murders happen all the time, all over the place. And you're not wrapped up in them cases. You're only wrapped up in this case because it's famous. Am I right or am I wrong? The reality of this is you're only wrapped up in some of these missing kids like Sebastian, whatever, because it's a famous case. If it wasn't famous or had Brian Enton talking about it or on News Nation, you wouldn't give two fucks. You wouldn't give two fucks. How do I know that? Because I've posted about other stories and you didn't give two fucks. You only care about this famous Idaho 4 case. Who the fuck cares, bro? If you care that much, if you're that mentally wrapped up, you need some pussy, or if you're a chick, a fat one probably, you need some dick. You guys need something to get your mind to balance you. Anyways, I'm gonna get to my gaming, man. I got shit to do. Just chill out. It's not that big. It's not that big. These kids have been dead a long fucking time. It's not that big. Move on. Calm down. You'll be all right.